episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, and it's game day. So what does that mean? That means we're doing a pregame show as of right now before the game starts. We're going to get into it all right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Glad to be back. We got a game day going on today. Hopefully the Bulls fare a little bit better than what they have been. We do know that Zion Williamson is not playing in this game tonight, so that definitely plays into the Bulls' favor, especially when you look at how bad our interior defense is at times. But outside of that, the Bulls are still going to have a tough matchup in front of them. This is still a team that gets after it defensively at times, even though they're not the best team defensively in the league at all. They've actually gone, at one point, they were like the 26th team. They've actually gone up from that to the 18th team in the NBA over the last couple of weeks or so. But one thing with this team is that they still play with a lot of length, still going to play with a lot of athleticism. Larry Nance Jr. is playing today. He was out in the last game we played against them. So the Bulls are going to have a test on their hands. It's not going to be easy at all. You don't want to overlook this team just because Zion's out, because this is still a team that made the playoffs last season without Zion Williamson. So this is a team that can go deep. This is a team that's going to play well. So you're looking at that starting lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans tonight being C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, probably Najee Marshall, and Jonas Valanciunas. So they may start Larry Nance in there instead, but that's probably what the lineup's going to be. This team's going to have to be locked in. They're going to have to play the defense very well and not let this team get out to an early lead and then play better in the fourth quarter than what they have for sure here lately. So that's what we need to see from this team going forward in this game tonight. Tip-off's about a little bit than an hour away. Really looking forward to it, but let's go ahead and get into your guys' comments, see what you guys are saying today. Bulls Troy is in the building. Good morning, legend. What's going on to you, brother? Good morning, good sir, even though it's evening time here. I know you're over in Australia. Almost missed it. What's good, Haize? What's going on, James Jameson? Nice to have you in the building, bro. Yes, sir. My boy Big Juice in the building. What's going on, brother? Drew says, let's go, Bulls Nation. We got Steve-O Speaks in the building. Says, can't not. Double negative there, brother. But yeah, can't come out flat on this one at all. You don't want to do that one. Hey, y'all, missed last game. Well, listen, you missed a very frustrating game. A game that was so... What the hell is on my hat? What the fuck that was? Anyway, you missed a game that was frustrating as absolute hell and shit. Like, that game was frustrating. The game was so frustrating that I didn't do a post-game show afterwards. That's how frustrating that game was. Because the last thing I refuse to do is to be on here yelling, screaming, and cursing, even though that's kind of what I do anyway. But that game had me fucked up. That's what that game had me, was fucked up. Mixo in the building says, won't be convinced till we get a huge win and take advantage of their lack of rest. Well, yeah, I mean, it is. We've taken advantage of having the better rest before, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, in this game, the Bulls have to come in and execute. That's what it boils down to. That's why I said over my pre-recorded video to start the day off. At the end of the day, the excuses for this team are getting null and void, right? Everything that's been a problem with this team, turnovers, things like that, lack of execution is in their control. If you're going to be a middle-of-the-pack team, you're going to be a middle-of-the-pack team. But I tell you what, Bulls Nation, we're not standing for it. Here at Chicago Bulls Central, we're not standing for it. If this team ends up being a play-in team, be on the lookout for Petty Roosevelt all summer. It's going to be a petty summer is what I'm going to say. This time, they have to stop Ingram. Yeah, and hopefully Billy Donovan has learned from his mistake and plays length on Ingram. David says, you and Bulls Central are the unmatched. Well, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate putting put in the same conversation as Jamal, because what he does over there is amazing. What is he at? 30,000 subscribers, by the way. I'm still trying to get to my first 10K. But, nonetheless, I really do appreciate that. That's the biggest compliment you can give me. Just that you enjoy the content, that it's a spot for Bulls fans, that we do it with integrity. That's what all this is meant for me. And that's I have so much fun doing this. I can't stress that enough. This team just beat the Grizzlies without Zion. They're tough for real. And plus, they are at home, so this game is going to be harsh. Well, keep in mind, Memphis also was missing Desmond Bane, who was their second leading scorer. So, but with that being said, still, you are absolutely right. This is not going to be an easy matchup at all. They cannot overlook that. Tim Brazil, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Cordell98 says, hello, Haize. What's going on there, brother? Vincent Harris, the Chicago Bulls are not good to look over anyone right now. I really do not care how they win tonight. Just hope they win. Hey, I feel you, Vincent. I completely feel you. Shay in the building says, Vooch has to step up because Jonas had his number. By the way, what's up, Haize? What's going on, Shay? Yeah, and that's what I said on my pre-recorded video. He cannot get cooked tonight. He cannot get cooked tonight. Hey, after today, my head hurts. Gain new respect for you. This shit is difficult. So for those that don't know, Steve-O is actually starting to become a content creator. You are actually going to see him some shorts here, some shorts over on NBA Central. We'll get him worked in everywhere that we can. We're building him up. You actually start seeing him on some halftime hangouts as well, co-hosting those with me. So Steve-O is working. We're getting him prepared to be a content creator. But yeah, he had his first day of headaches. This game ain't easy, bro. This game is not easy. That's all I can say. Pat needs to be on BI all game. Even when BI sit, Pat needs to be next to him on the bench. Hey, bro, that would be a completely different. Oh, are there rules that you can't go over to the other team's bench? There has to be. There has to be like an automatic suspension from the NBA because you already know Ron Artest would have did that shit years and years ago. I saw the second half of last game, but wish you were live so we could all suffer together. Nah, that was frustrating. MJG23 says, hey, Haize, do you think that the play of the team when Dragic's out there points out more of the type of point guard Billy's system? No, I don't, because we've seen him play well with Lonzo. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's just the players executing. When you look, it's there. Yes, he's a different type of point guard. But at the end of the day, the way that I look at it is this. We also have more veterans on our bench that, well, I guess not necessarily true, but the veterans that are on our bench, Javonte, who's only been in the league 3-4 years, but he's 29 years old. Derrick Jones Jr. has been around on winning teams at that. You got Drummond out there. You got Dragic out there. They know how to execute. We should know too without this team, but we need to move without the ball. I think what it says is not necessarily the type of point guard that works best in Billy's system, because keep in mind, Russell Westbrook was in the system quite a bit. So I don't know if that's really what dictates it. Also, Dennis Schroeder, SGA, and those are all vastly different types of point guards. So I don't know if it's that. I just think that Goran, being the veteran that he is, he just knows how to operate. He knows how to communicate out there with people. Whereas Ayo is still only a second-year player who may not still be as much as we see Ayo definitely step up in leadership roles at times. He may just not know how to command an offense in that way yet. And to his credit, has he really had a chance to develop that? When Ayo's been out there, he's been a starter. Keep in mind, Ayo's always, for his NBA career, been with a somebody who's going to handle the ball more than him. Starter, DeMar DeRozan. Bench last season, Alex Caruso. Then he moved into the starting lineup this season. He's still out there with DeRozan, who's still going to handle the ball most of the time. So I don't think it's necessarily the type of point guard. I think it's a style of play that you definitely see. But I definitely think that Ayo could do well in this too. He just hasn't had a chance to develop that muscle. What's good, Haize? I'm not mad at you for not recording. That was some bullshit last game, no pun intended. Well, I recorded. I just did not stream live because it was so fresh and I was so fucking pissed off by it that literally I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not about to do that to these people. I'm not about to do that to these people that support me like crazy. Billy Donovan is starting to frustrate me right now because Kobe Wyatt? So are we mixing Kobe Bryant with Bray Wyatt? Is that what we're doing right now? That would be, listen, undisputed heavyweight champion right there. Kobe Wyatt. That's an interesting mix-up there. But Kobe White has been out for a while, but you haven't been using Dalen Terry to get him some experience up until Kobe White comes back. Well, that's why Dalen Terry's gone down to the G League. That's what that was meant to do. That's how he's going to get, as I'm trying to move with it, that is how he's going to get his experience. As of right now, they are not going to play him a lot. At least Billy Donovan has shown. He is not going to play Dalen Terry a lot right now. He's just not going to do it. Is it the Tibbs type thing where it's just because he's a rookie? Is it something more than that? It is what it is, but Dalen Terry is not going to be playing or getting very many minutes. I do think he should be getting some, not very many. What the fuck is going on with Kobe? He's still got the same injury. We got a positive update sometime last week that said that the swelling's gone down. He's actually able to move now. It's not as tender as what it was before, but we still don't have Kobe actually playing games. So your guess is as good as mine. I know some less than patient Bulls fans are going to be like, oh, well, that means they're letting him sit out because they're shopping him, which is no. As bad as he's played, he needs to play his way into some damn trade value, but we'll see. I seen some people on Twitter say that we are the Knicks from last year. Ooh. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, there's definitely, I'll be objective and say, is there a chance of that? Absolutely, unfortunately. But we'll see. Smear 60, is Billy on the hot seat? No, I don't think he's on the hot seat. Not yet. Could he be by the end of the season? It's a possibility, but I don't think he is yet. Cordell 98, yo, Haize, would you say our season on how it started is comparable 90% to the Celtics? Well, it went on much longer with the Celtics, but I mean, the only way that we can compare it to that is if we come out of it and look like one of the best teams in the league as we come out of it. So the story's still yet to be written on that one, brother. Bulls should win today. Keep it close, low scoring, especially Pelicans coming off a back-to-back. Run their asses to the ground. Yo, Haize, that's from Ray. What's going on? What up, Haize? What's going on, Brandon Peck? Also, we do stop Ingram McCollum. Hopefully, Valanciunas or even Jose Alvarado. Oh, you already know. Hold on, y'all. My son's coming in. What's up, son?
We'll pee your door.
Why is he out of the cage? I put him in the cage. Why is the dog out of the cage?
No, Alana did that.
Go, Leo, go home. Go.
That's
Tell Alana I said put the dog back in the cage. Why did she let him out the cage?
I didn't know. She always made a pee.
Oh, I want to kill these kids. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With the remaining free agents, what do you say the Bulls try to... Oh, God. Come on, man. Are you trying to kill me with that? You were literally trying to kill me with that. Yeah, I'll be pissed if I see undersized guard on BI or Zion again. We have P. Will for a reason. And luckily, Zion is not playing this game. So, yes, we should definitely see P. Will on BI this game. What's good, Haize? Let's have us a game tonight. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, brother. Shout out to Kobe Wyatt. That's crazy. Kobe Wyatt, like that's wild, bro. That is wild. Oh man, leave Shea alone. Facts, it ain't comparable to the Celtics unless we get out the slump like they did. That's it. It gotta be like that's the only thing that we can compare it to. That's the only thing we can compare it to. Alana said, damn, I got to put the dog in the cage. That's my daughter's name also. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Haize, I know you did a poll, but what is the Bulls fan infatuation with Cam Reddish? I've never been impressed with him. What are your thoughts? I have no idea. And the only reason why I put him on that poll is because I know there would have been Bulls fans that typed in the comments, Cam Reddish. Like, the concept of trading Kobe White for Cam Reddish to me, it perfectly pictures how Bulls fans really don't pay attention, right? How, like, they really get so caught up in the concept that they don't realize you're basically trading Kobe White for a slightly taller, albeit higher defensive ceiling version of Kobe White. That's really all you're doing. Like, to me, that's all you're doing. Like, it is what it is. Like, what the hell's going on here? Haize, why do we not have the point guard, Io, Lonzo, Dragic truly take control of the offense and playmaking instead of having DeMar and Levine do? I've explained this before, Cordell 98, and that head scratch isn't at choose because I'm going to have to probably end this live stream early so I can kill these kids and this dog. But with that being said, the reason why that they do that is if you look at it, you want to have whoever's guarding the ball, I mean, who's running the offense, you want to have players that are more of a threat around that. And part of the reason why I think that they do that, because if you look at Billy Donovan's systems before, even with KD didn't even necessarily do as much as the running, setting up the offense as what DeMar DeRozan does in Billy Donovan's offense. But it's because DeMar is such a limited player in how he gets his offense. Yes, he's elite in getting to the free throw line, elite at mid-range. He can hit the three at times. But everybody else out there on the court with DeMar it's more versatile in how they can get their offense. Well, especially when Lonzo was out there. But even Io's still slashes. He's still going to shoot the three a little bit better. Things like that. Zach LaVine, all over the court. We know what Zach can do. Patrick Williams, he's kind of the throw-in. You do what you will. And then Vooch, too. So, like, it really just comes down to the fact that, in my opinion, because DeMar operates 90%, 98% in the mid-range, and it's more limited, you want to have the players around him that are off the ball have more space to do things. You would rather have Lonzo Ball or Io coming off a Vooch screen for an open three than DeMar DeRozan. You would rather have Zach do the same thing. You would rather have P. Will also out there not doing some of the ball handling so the guards can come off him too. That's why that offense runs the way that it does. In my opinion, right? In my opinion. I'm sure some coach can get on here and be like, oh, well, no, Haize, you're actually wrong because of this. With size being an issue, why do you think Tony Bradley ain't getting no tick? Because Tony Bradley is not going to do shit. Period. You, me, Ricky Fontaine in there, Shea sitting down, Alana, because I've seen Alana. Alana can only be 4'11". We all can play bigger than Tony Bradley. All of us can play bigger than Tony Bradley. That's it. Wait, Cam Registry. What did I miss? To answer your question, the reason why Bulls fans are so infatuated with Cameron, got to remember something. Cam Registry was on everybody's radar when we drafted Kobe White. Y'all leave that man alone, bro. Leave that man alone. Oh, man, that is hilarious. That's funny. 5'4". I don't believe that. I got to see you next to the tape measure to believe you're above 5. No, I'm just playing with you. 5'4" sounds about right. Oh, man. When you mimic Chicago Bulls fans saying Cam Reddish, it was the same tone that Stacey King says Biggie Bagel when promoted. I'm bigger, you bagel. I can't do it. Promoted the Dunkin' race in the third quarter. That's funny. Oh, man. That is hilarious. Shea misspelling. I think so, too. I think at this point, Shea realizes that that's like part of his brand. So he's just like, hey, man, fuck it. I'm misspelling everything that I can. Cam Registry. That's wild. That's wild. There's no way autocorrect changed it to that. What? I'm moving on from that. Tony Bradley is useful for stocking the top shelf at Walmart. Even then, I'm sure he drops everything he tries to put up at the top shelf. He's not even good enough for that. I don't believe that he's good enough for that. I refuse to believe it. No, that motherfucker just can't spell. Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. Oh, man. Where's Chris? Who's this Chris person that y'all clowning on? Oh, Chris says, how can I earn being a mod here? Oh, that's an exclusive group, bro. That's an exclusive group. Oh, man. One more serious question. Why the hell is Billy D not running the two-man game in the inside out with Vooch and P. Will? Tired of seeing P. Will running to the corner. The two-man game with Vooch and P. Will, those are two players that probably have the worst lateral quickness on the roster. That, well, of course, except Tony Bradley. That would be a interesting two-man game. That would be an interesting two-man game, bro. How do you feel about picking up? I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge can play power forward anymore at this position, at this time in his career. I broke my TV watching the Bulls game. You got any links where I can stream it through my phone? I don't know, bro. I got League Pass, man. Will it be Biggie Bagel, Dashing Donut, or Cuppy Coffee? Whoa. What? Come on, man. How we get here? How did we get here? That is crazy. This ain't even a lost stream yet. We don't even know what's happening. David Healy. How much did this mic cost? So this is the EV RE20. Black edition, of course, because that's what we rock over here. All black everything, especially if it's matte black. This mic runs for $449. That's how much this mic runs for. And then the shock mount is a whole additional $200. Then the arm, which I need to upgrade to a new arm, that was like $152. So this is a nice amount of money just sitting right here just to talking to. Don't even get me started on the camera. I'm just sitting here waiting to see if the Jazz waive Jared Vanderbilt. I think it would be. Oh, they're not. There's no way they're waiving Jared Vanderbilt. Not a player with that young. I know his contract isn't much. Technically, they could waive the contract and not really absorb too much of a cap hit. But you're talking about a player who's only 23 years old and who's performing as a second round pick. They're not waiving Jared Vanderbilt. That's not happening. Now, wait. Now we got Bully Donovan. Is that the name of your dog? You named your pit bull Bully Donovan? You know what? That's honestly not a bad name if you did have a pit bull to name him Billy Donovan. That's really not a bad name. It's not a flex if you were asked a question. He asked the question. I answered the question. That's not a flex. I'm just answering the question honestly. Bulls need to look at making adjustments over the next 3 months, not filling Levine nor Billy. Maybe explore DeMar trade for No, I'm telling you. What, Bulls, like, the DeMar thing is a possibility only because next year he's expiring. But I tell you what, Zach LaVine ain't going nowhere. Just get off that train. You cannot be impressed with it or whatever. He's still not going nowhere. Bully Donovan be chewing the shit out the bones. Y'all stupid. How much you got Zach dropping? I got him for 28. I don't care. As long as he plays efficiently and he comes with a win, I don't care. Honestly, Terrence Rose would be an awesome. What is with y'all in names, fam? What is with why? Why is the spelling at a premium over here? Terrence Rose? Who is that? Who is that? No, but Terrence Ross wouldn't be bad, but there's no way to make that salary work. No way to make that salary work. They have to send Marco, Malcolm, Dalen, and Tony to the G League and bring in way better play. That's not, listen, Luis, why don't y'all know any? No, let me stop. You can't sending a player to the G League does not open up a roster spot for anybody else. It doesn't. So they can send them all to the G League, but guess what? They still take up a roster spot. As long as they're getting paid, they're taking up a roster spot. So that does nothing. Does nothing at all to free up anything. Nothing. They should not let go of Troy Brown. Come on, bro. Come on. Y'all get on this app and say anything. Yeah, bro. It's like some people really like say dumbass shit, bro. Like I just got to start skipping it. I can't even give them no shine no more. Because like people just say stupid shit and it'd be like, what? What's good, Haize? If you were ever given the opportunity, would you go mainstream with your content on a network like ESPN? I'm not even gonna lie to you. The money would have me say yes, but I still have to have my own shit. Like for example, I'd still do this. But then ESPN would just take up my full-time job. Because now I work a full-time job and I do this. So the ESPN thing would have to be my full-time job where I still have my outlet to do this type of stuff. Because I can't be on anybody else's shit and not be able to be me. Troy Brown carrying the Lakers. That's hilarious. What am I getting canceled for? I ain't did shit. I've been on my best behavior this stream. What am I getting canceled for? Why we want to cancel Haize? What the hell? What we trying to cancel Haize for? Yo, what's good, Haize? I'm a little late, but here now. What's going on? Chi-Town Javier in the building. You telling, don't none of y'all got spell checks? Speaking of which, what do you think we should have to give up to get Jackson Haize? Bro, like people, it has to be on purpose at this point. It has to be on this point. It's only a matter of time. What? Before I get canceled? I can't get canceled. Haize, do you think Dalen Tari? What are we doing? What are we doing? They got Smear 60. It's an infection. They got my boy Smear 60 now. He's misspelling shit. I don't know. I honestly don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. For sure. Absolutely. Like the moment I get on ESPN and I be like, oh yeah, by the way, such and such team sucks. And somebody from that team be like, who's this Haize motherfucker on ESPN? Let me go search in his history. Let me clack away. The first thing they gonna find is back when I had my Twitter in 2006 or whatever it was, 7, 8, 9, whatever it was. I've had the same Twitter for like 13 years. They were like, oh, Haize was on this motherfucker saying, fuck all these motherfuckers. You think you're slick? Like, I'm sure I'll get canceled. Jordan Crawford would randomly be in the ESPN offices that day. Like, is that mother? Like, bro, I wouldn't last, bro. But I'll take the check where I can. Definitely take the check when I can. Oh, man. I've seen they may wave Jared somewhere. I can't remember where it was, but F it. Go for camp. Bro, y'all, these typos, y'all killing me, man. Like literally, what is happening? You know what? Shea played you know how like in Uno you got the draw too? He hit the non-spell check bug on all you motherfuckers. Like it's just I put misspelling on all you motherfuckers. That's what Shea was doing right now. That's what Shea just did. Dalen Tari, Kobe Wyatt, there's Zion, Levine, Lonzo Beans, Terrence Rose. Let's keep it going. Oh man. Yo, Haize, what you know what? This also bothers me. Bulls fans talk about injuries so much, and then you gonna suggest a player like Jonathan Isaac, who was injured. What did he played 2 games before he got injured for 2 years? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I like the theoretical version of Jonathan Isaac, but I don't know, man. I have no idea. Oh man. No, Jordan and Tech, I mean, it was a stray that day, but then he got in his feelings about it and decided to DM me. So it is what it is. Expecting a big night from Kucevic. Is that what you call your lady? That's bold, bro. That's bold, man. Haize, did you see KD straight up said his teammates were ass and then said, I did not. But I tell you what, if you had to play with Ben Simmons, you'd say the same goddamn. Ben Simmons is garbage. Like, I hope that he works himself back in. I know he's out of basketball for a year, but listen, Ben Simmons look out there like him and Tony. There's not that much difference between him and Tony Bradley. There's really not. Ben Simmons is not that worse than Tony. I mean, it's not that much better than Tony Bradley at this point. Jordan Crawford, that guy sucks. That is hilarious, bro. That's funny. Holding that bag says, I'm buying controlling interest in the Bulls next year. Look, first of all, we know you ain't got no money. I remember back from the time you said, oh, add a filter for clarity. And then I said, filters don't help clarity. They help with plosives. You change your comment to add a filter for plosives. Oh, and then responded, that's what I said. Like, we can't see you edited it. You ain't got no goddamn money, bro. You ain't buying shit. You not buying shit. I bet you don't even got no Bulls gear. I gotta poke fun at y'all. Bro, these idiots saying trade for every Orlando big guy gotta stop. They're the worst team for a reason. Well, I mean, yeah, because they start Franz Wagner at the 2 guard, which is bananas, right? That motherfucker's a big for a goddamn 3. You starting him as the 2? They have a weird roster construction right now. I still do think that some of those bigs do. I said that the Bulls should trade for Mo Wagner because I really do think as a big that comes in can rebound at a really good rate. I know the numbers aren't good, but if you look at his rebounding rate, they're pretty good, and he can shoot the 3. But we'll see what turns out with that team, man. Whew, man. That's crazy. Jonathan Isaac hasn't played since the bubble. The fuck, that is bananas, bro. That's crazy. Haize, I thought that you brought up Mo Wagner. I watched him in college. He thrived on the floor as a spacing 5. I love him here. I'm telling you. Quick bear. This is Chicago Bulls Central. I know you see this. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to answer your question. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to answer your question in full. Give me 1 second. I might as well go ahead and switch to it since you asking me Chicago Bears questions. All right, let's get back to it. Where was the damn question? All right, there you go. Since now we are unofficially Chicago Bears Central, quick Bears question. What do you think Fields' stat line is going to be Sunday? Considering the Falcons' terrible secondary right now while they're dealing with a major injury, I think Justin Fields is going to have 200 yards passing, 98 yards rushing with 4 touchdowns between the two. I'm not going to say which one is which, but that's what I think happens. All right, now we're done. Let's switch back. We're now back on Chicago Bulls Central. Jesus. Franz played. Really? He played the 2 in Michigan? That's crazy. I heard the Lakers are buying out Levon James guy. We should pick him up. That is crazy. That is bananas, man. Oh, man. More wag. Come on, Shay, bro, Shay, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. Like, bro, you gotta stop it, bro. Like, you really have to stop. Like, just no, bro. Just no. Like, what? Who is Moore Wagner? What? And no, that's not what happened. But who the fuck is Moore Wagner? Bro, what are you doing? What is going on in the hood, bro? Like, what's happening, fam? What's happening? You got to tell me something, bro. You got to tell me something, man. What is going on in your life right now to where you frantically can't spell? What is happening? Somebody tell me what happened. Need the Bull Show collab? I've invited Aiden on about 5 times. He was in this chat and I invited him on. So I don't know, man. If you could pick one player for the Bulls to trade for, you want a realistic trade or you just mean like pie in the sky? Because for those that don't know, I'm a huge Brandon Ingram guy. I would love for the Bulls to trade for Brandon Ingram. But it's way never going to happen. But yeah, I would love for the Bulls to trade for Brandon Ingram. Damien, hey, bro, love watching your show. Quick take. If the Bulls come out flat tonight, fire Billy's ass. They're not going to fire him. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, man, that is crazy, bro. That's crazy. What is happening? Like, how do you add more words? So you literally just had to spell M-O. How does the R and the E get there? Like, how did it get there? How did it get there? What happened? What happened? All right, Derek says realistic trade. I would love, let me put in this again. I would love for the Bulls to trade for Jared Vanderbilt. I would love for them to find a way to trade for Buddy Hield, even though his contract is, I think, $19 million. So that is pretty much pricing the Bulls out right there. There's could be some ways to get that done. It would take, you would have to include DJJ, Kobe. I don't know who else. I don't know the salaries off the top of my head. And then outside of those two, another player that I'd really like the Bulls that I would love if the Bulls did trade for, is honestly still Mo Bamba. Considering that he's sitting on that bench, they're not using him anymore. I would not be mad if they decided to make a move for Mo Bamba. Mo Wagner was traded to the Bulls as part of the TBJ deal, then immediately dealt to Boston for Haize and Javante. Yes, he was a Bull for maybe half a day. If we didn't want him then, why now? Well, keep in mind, completely different makeup of teams then. When we did that trade for Haize and Javante to bring it in, that was really, keep in mind, Haize was the goal then. And even then, you looked at Mo Wagner versus Haize, you're going to pick Haize at that time. So it's a completely different situation. This is a completely different team. That was a team that was trying to become a playoff team. Keep in mind, that was before DeMar was here and things like that. This is now a team that sorely needs size. Sorely needs size. So that's what the difference would be in that case. Whoa, come on, Shay. You got to have better jokes than that, bro. You really have to do better jokes than that. The Bulls fix. Do you think Vanderbilt is realistic with the Jazz playing this good? Yes, because I still think the Jazz's goal is to not be playing. The Jazz are playing great right now, but I still think, right? And this is me. It's not to say that it's wholly true or anything like that. This team, you still have to look at it like, even if they think, hey, Laurie's the truth, Laurie's a piece that we can build around, they still are a team that I would think is going to be trying to add as much talent to that team to take advantage of all the draft picks that they got. Well, keep in mind, because they have a lot of other teams' draft picks, they may not need to incentivize their own. But yes, I'm looking at this team. This team could still, Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson can absolutely be traded. Veterans, we know that. Jared Vanderbilt has a chance to stay because of his youth, absolutely. But you still have Laurie there. I don't think they're going to trade Colin Sexton either. Udoka Azubuike, who is a big with some promise, and then you still have Walker Kessler down there. I don't know if they keep Jared Vanderbilt long term. They may, because they are a team that's going to be young for a while. But if this team is truly going to try to get better, I mean, worse than I think they will by the trade deadline, not to say that they're necessarily shopping Jared Vanderbilt, but I think they'll listen to deals for Jared Vanderbilt. Patrick Willis and Javante Graham about to go off tonight. Y'all funny. Y'all are hilarious, bro. The Ultimate Rage says, I need Zach to go off for 40 tonight. Hey, man, listen. All I care about right now is a win, a dub. Because if Zach goes off for 40 and it comes in an L, I don't give a shit about none of that shit. I need this. I need a dub to come. I don't care if it's Tony Bradley who goes off for 40. I need it to come in a win. Bulls fix. Jay Crowder. The reason why I don't see Jay Crowder is because A, he's an older player. B, because they're sitting this. Every team in the league is just waiting for the Suns to buy out Jay Crowder. It makes no sense to trade and give up assets, especially if it's future assets, unless a team just has like a $10 million expiring that they just don't want. But it seems like that's not what the Suns will accept for Jay Crowder. I think every team is just waiting for Jay Crowder to be bought out because it just does not make sense to trade for a player who clearly doesn't want to be there. The team clearly has asked him to come back. He said no. And eventually they're going to have to buy him out. That's what I think. Are the Wizards? No, they're not the Kings. That's something the Kings would do, right? That's absolutely something the Kings would do. Otto Porter Jr. is it Toronto? Is it Toronto? Yes, he plays for Toronto right now. I thought so. I thought it was Toronto. You know what's funny? Y'all remember, because it just reminded me with the Jonathan Isaac thing all summer long, how a lot of Bulls fans were like, the Bulls should sign TJ Warren. And I'm like, TJ Warren makes no sense. He's been out of basketball for 2 years. What makes you think he's going to play? Has TJ Warren played any this season? Has he logged a single minute this season? Let's take a look. No, he is not. That's bananas. That's crazy. TJ Warren has not played a game of basketball. Hold on, when was the last time this man played basketball? He's not played a game of basketball since the 2020-21 season. That's crazy. That's wild. That's bad. That sucks, man. That sucks. That's crazy, though. That sucks, bro. Bro, I'm surprised I haven't seen any autopilot trades yet. That's how ridiculous some of these mock trades are. Whoa. Oh, listen. Bubble TJ Warren was the GOAT, bro. Like that dude was literally like MJ of the bubble. And then he came crashing down to earth real quick. I think if we could get Clarkson and Vanderbilt in a deal with Lonzo coming back, we would be real. Why didn't y'all mama swallow y'all? Like, real talk. Why didn't y'all mama swallow some of y'all? Like, that she would have done the world a great service. What? Come on, man. Come on, fam. Come on. Give me your mama's number. I need to ask her what she was thinking when she didn't swallow you. I really need to. What? Bro, what the fuck was that? Really, what was that? That's wild, bro. That's crazy. Whoa. Oh my God. Y'all mamas really should not have been that afraid to come. Like, just swallow the cum, lady. Oh my God. You know how many of y'all would have been saved from existence if y'all mama just was not afraid to deep throat the dick? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand how some of y'all exist. What has happened? What happened? What the hell has happened? Like, what? Oh, man. Woo. All right, let's go ahead and go. What's wrong with Haize? I just pop on, bro. People are crazy. That's all I can say. People are crazy, bro. People are wild, man. That is wild. That is wild. You better tell your mama to stop being afraid of them boneless children and get in there and get it. That's crazy. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh. Woo. That is funny. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Smear 60. I think if we got Buddy Hield, Jokic, and Brandon Ingram with Lonzo coming, we could be a scary ass team. That is crazy. Oh, man, that is wild. Oh, man, listen. Oh, man. That is funny. That is funny, man. That's crazy, bro. That's really crazy. That's really crazy, bro. Oh, man. Jesus. All right. What about Bol? Shout out to the Magic for actually being the team that gave Bol some minutes and really take a look at what he can do, right? Me personally, I still think Bol is going to be injury risk his whole career. When you look at players that really made up with the type of frame that Bol has, the moment, I'm telling you, Bol has a foot, calf, knee, any lower leg injury, it's done. It's over with. I'm just telling you that right now. It's over with. You can write that home. But Bol so far this season playing pretty good, right? 48% from three, which is wild. 63% from the field, averaging 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks per game. Listen, I would love to have that type of production off the bench. Wow. That is. Oh, man. That's crazy. Haize, you got time for Chicago Blackhawks Central? Fuck no, I don't. Oh, man. That is crazy. That's crazy, bro. Jesus, man. Oh, man. That's wild, bro. That's wild, man. hey, Drew, bro. He said, you listen, you wouldn't have caught strays if your mama swallowed. I'm telling you. Bro, you're eliminating you wouldn't be in pain. You would not be in pain right now. You would be A1, bro. Like you'd be, hey, listen, you'd be in the toilet flush in the sky, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, that's all that had to happen, fam. That's all that had to happen. Woo. Oh, man. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on. Oh, geez. Oh, man. How did we get here? What happened? This stream started off so good and wholesome. I have no idea what happened, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Whew. Jesus, man. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's wild, bro. Anyway, let's see if Shay misspelled anything today. Haize, what would you do if... Look, he even capitalized the being LeBron. Look at... That's what we talking about, Shay, when you can adjust, right? Something Billy Donovan does not do during games. You see how Shay made an adjustment midstream? You see that? Shout out to Shay, bro. Except you listen, you lowercase my name, but nonetheless, what would you do if LeBron James were to come to you, come after you like... Listen, bro, first of all, LeBron James is from Akron. Everybody knows Akron is a bunch of bitch ass. I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about it. Oh, man. That's crazy, bro. That is wild. That is crazy. Oh, yeah, it was Jordan Crawford. You did miss that, bro. That's wild. Would it be impossible? Well, technically, nothing's impossible, but I tell you what, the Bucks aren't getting rid of Bobby Portis anytime soon. Shay ass spoke that shit. He didn't type that shit. He ain't fooling nobody. Y'all leave Shay alone, man. That's crazy. That's funny. All right, y'all. That's it, man. I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down. We're going to get ready to go for the game. That's crazy. Make sure you guys hit subscribe. We are still on the path to getting to 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is December 5th. We're only 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away. Get the damn subscribers up. We are sitting right now at 9,000. Refresh for me. It's 273. You do the math. We need more subscribers. Get them damn subscriptions in. Get them in. That's crazy, man. That's wild, bro. Woo! But I will see you guys halftime and post-game show. Let's hope that the Bulls get a win in here, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Like I like to end everything on Go Bulls. Love you guys, man. Peace, y'all.